Hi, my name is Clara Murillo, and an art experience that I believe has changed my life is music was the first one that kind of like sparked it in me. And then after that, I kind of enjoy all kinds of arts and they kind of inspire me in different ways. For the first time that I felt actually inspired and like a shift in my life with arts was music. Middle school, I was like a very shy like girl. I had just moved back to California and the United States in general because I was living in Mexico for like 6-7 years. But moving back, I was still learning the language along with the culture. I really had like no sense of self. I didn't have any dreams, aspirations. I didn't even know who I was. I was like very much a shell of a person at that point, like going through culture shock and all this stuff. Middle school, I had one friend, like my best friend. We decided to enroll in a percussion class, which is drums, music, and I was required to take music, an elective class. School was very much one of those underfunded schools that while yes, we did have an art department and like music classes and art class, they did not get priority. Our teachers were not good. Even though I didn't have the greatest teachers, music made such a big impact in my life throughout middle school, and I think it's the reason why I came out of my shell and I am the person that I am to this day. Little did I know that it would light a small fire of confidence in me. As someone from a family of little resources, I never thought that I would amount to much in life, but that class made me kind of like dream in a way. Like as I was playing, I'd be like, oh my god, or like learning about different like musicians that came from nothing to everything, you know, like they came from poverty or they couldn't hear or like other kind of adversities and they became someone. It made me dream. I felt excited to go back a day after day to learn a new note or a new song. And I went from thinking that my life would always be meaningless to believing that I could truly become the biggest rock star. And for a little girl, that's a pretty big dream. Like I said before, I was raised in Mexico for most of my life. So just to be in the classroom with all of these like musical instruments that I had only ever before seen through a TV screen when I was living in Mexico was just a crazy experience to me. Well, now I understand that that dream was a bit unrealistic. For a little girl, it was the push I needed to just truly find what makes me me. At the time, my obstacle was that, like I said, my school was very underfunded. My teacher only attended the class for 2 weeks, and after that, we had substitutes coming in and out for the rest of the year. Even then, I feel like I learned so much, and I remember like random notes sometimes or like random like beats. So I think even without good resources and funding, I got so much out of that class. I remember like coming home to my mom and my siblings and like getting a whiteboard and showing them what I learned and like being so excited about it. I think it was a crazy magical thing for like my whole family, not just me. Like, we're first generation, and I started getting into drumming and all this stuff, and I started asking my mom, take me to the music store, take me to the music store, I need to get drumsticks, like I need to get drumsticks. So we would go, and I have videos, I'll clip one right here, where like we would go, and I was still kind of shy, you know, so we would go and my mom would post about me like, oh my god, I'm gonna have a musician in my family. So just seeing how proud my mom was also helped me to just grow my confidence. And not only that, but it also helped out my younger siblings because I was exposed to that music class and I exposed my family to instruments and music. My little sister was able to get into playing the guitar, and she ended up getting a guitar that Christmas. In the end, I did not succeed. I also did not fail. I didn't become a crazy rock star, famous girl that plays the drums, but I was inspired, which at the end of the day, that's what art is all about. It inspired me to dream and hope and to just go after things no matter how unattainable they might seem. After that, I think another kind of life-changing art experience I've had would be with visual arts. I did attend the Getty Museum last month, and I've always wanted to go to a museum, but I always thought that they were so expensive or that they were just unattainable, that it was like only rich people that would go to those kind of things. Like, and it was free. Like, there's literally a free shuttle that takes you up there and everything. I went to the museum. There were so many different like styles of art and like cinematic pieces. There was like just so much to look at and be inspired by. I want to travel the world now and just go to different museums. So I think all art is very inspiring, and I think it has changed my life in many different ways. Thank you for watching.